Kyle, we're just getting started as we continue here with Election Night 2025, and we're still waiting for results to come in. That 7 o'clock presser has been delayed with the elections administrator, so we'll get to her in just a little while. But Councilman Jalen McKee-Rodriguez is here from District 2, and we appreciate you being with us tonight to kind of break down what is happening in your words tonight and how you feel this is going to play out and why you've been so passionate about the Props A and B.
For sure. So I'll start off by saying I'm super excited to see the results in New York. I'm rooting for my guy Mamdani. Second to that, of course, here in San Antonio, I think we're all anxious to know what's going to happen with Propositions A and B, especially in District 2. Does Proposition A pass, and does Proposition pass, and does that mean that we have a closer resolution to what happens in and around the Frost Bank Center? Either way, I just want to know, I want to get started on the next steps. Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I think there's been so many questions about how the East Side is taken care of in this deal, right? Questions about, okay, well, when the Frost Bank Center, AT&T Center, SBC Center came around, there was all this promise about economic development that didn't happen. So people questioning why Prop B is a good deal are saying, well, wait a minute. What about the Frost Bank Center? What about the promise of all this growth around there? Do you feel like either one of these props would take care of the East Side and really put that growth in motion that hasn't happened yet?
I'll say in short, no. And I think one of the biggest challenges I've had with Proposition B and with the way that the city, county, all has handled Proposition B and the potential Spurs Arena is that it was done so hastily. And the goal was to get a vote to the people as quickly as possible. And I think we left out so much of the community in that. And the same thing happened with Proposition A, is that what is going to happen to the Frost Bank Center and Freeman Coliseum needed to be answered as a result. And so the community, if you ask them, what did the promises back in the 90s and early 2000s of economic development mean, they would not have said a year-round rodeo. They would have said that they want shops, retail, food. They would have wanted something that was for and by them.
Have you heard from people on the East Side? What do they think? Your constituents think about a year-round rodeo-style event?
That's exactly the feedback that we got at our Project Marvel town hall.
Yeah.
We were talking about the propositions, we were talking about Project Marvel as a whole, and I think people really wanted to know, where did this idea come from for a year-round rodeo, and why weren't they included in that? And I think, should either of these propositions fail, if both of them were to fail, I think we have to go back to the drawing board and, rectify all of that.
But one way or the other, do you have to prepare for District 2, your successor eventually, whoever comes after you, that the Spurs are going to leave the Frost Bank Center at some point? Their lease is up in the early 2030s, right? So at some point, the team is going to leave that building, correct?
That's their intention.
So how much are you thinking about a reality where they're no longer in that building and could, like she said, a full year-round rodeo type situation kind of bring the economic development that maybe was supposed to come 2 decades ago?
I'll say this. I think that the low-hanging fruit is the rodeo and the stock show, and they're already tenants. And so Spurs moving out means that they get, an upgraded spot at the Freeman Coliseum, at the Frost Bank Center. I think we have an opportunity to think a little bit deeper about that. What can this be? What can this money be utilized for? And how do we make it actually benefit the community?
This is just about county funding tonight, these props, right? The city obviously is a big part of this deal to fund a new Spurs Arena. While we have you, I know that money is not up for a public vote. What do you want to see out of the city's portion of that deal?
I think there's a few things. I think broadly, we want to make sure that there is a strong community benefits agreement that's informed by the needs and desires of our community. That I don't think we've done a good enough job in our due diligence and community outreach. We have a very broad basis of what we think it could look like, but I think we have so much more work to do. What has not been talked about yet would be displacement plans and how do we prevent folk who live in and around the arena and Project Marvel, including folk in Denver Heights and Dignity Hill and Government Hill, and all those directly downtown. They're going to risk greater property taxes, they're going to risk displacement, and so how can we bake into this agreement protections for them?
Yeah. And are you surprised that it's 7:31 and we still don't really know what's happening out there?
I'll tell you, I was surprised. So in May, when the election results came out almost immediately, it was a little shocking, but I think what we've learned since then, right, is that we don't want people at the polls to be influenced by, by the results they're seeing. We want people to make the choice that's true to their heart, and so hopefully that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Very good.
Councilman, we appreciate your time.
Thank y'all for having
Thank
me.
you.
We
Appreciate
will be
it.
talking to you soon.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
Good to see
okay,
you.
Councilman Jalen McKee-Rodriguez, District 2. Very good. Well, you're a new dad, by the way. So he's back to
yes.
his baby girl.
Congrats. That's wonderful.
Got a diaper to change or something here pretty soon. That's good times, by the way, as you know. But thank you for being with us. We appreciate it.
We are going to take a quick break. We've got more guests waiting in the wings that we will bring on here in just a minute. We'll be back right after this.